What is going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you doing? Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Let me see what's going on in chat. Today's going to be another one of those episodes where I post my link where y'all can come on, but y'all know what I first do. Like I give y'all an update on myself. I'll talk a little bit about some thugs. Yes, provocative thugs. How's it going, the chosen one? How are you? We're going to be doing some stuff. Then we're going to get into gaming. Then we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So I'm super excited. Hope everybody is really, really excited. But with that said, I first want to is highlighting orcas, as you know. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because my mom got a little upset last time I talked about orcas. So this time we're going to do a little bit that. Like I said, this is a gaming channel. We'll get to gaming here in a second. But first, I want to show you all I'm going to show you two different things. Two different species here, okay? So without further ado, let me show you this first one, and then I think we may have a video of it. So first things first, I just want to share this. Let me know if y'all can see it. There you go. Swimmers injured in dolphin attack on Japan beach. So I just want everybody stuck. So orcas are starting to. I know. But look at this. Look, this is swim, and this is courtesy of our loyal follower, viewer, friend of the show, Neil Jenkins, provided us this. So we did a little research in this because you never know with dolphins. They're so little cute and they talk and stuff. But I think we have a video of this. So let me pull this off. Stop sharing screen. We have a video of this. So with that said, it's going to be quick, but I want to tell y'all the aftermath of this. This is serious stuff, y'all. This is serious stuff. So here it is. Here's the video. So what you don't see in that, and this is a true story. Y'all can go look up swimmer injured in Japan dolphin attack. Broken ribs. So what you didn't see there, everybody was laughing, everybody had a great time. But what you didn't see is this hoodlum, this thug, this dolphin was actually ramming itself in this person's ribs. Broke several ribs. Wow, this happened this week. Thank you, Neil, for bringing this to our attention. So yes. That is exactly what happened. So with that, we're going to show you some other stuff. Now, this other creature doesn't get the bad rap that it deserves, but it is. So we're going to start off slow, and you're going to see that it's going to escalate. So for y'all who think I'm picking on orcas, look, we got another one, and there's going to be a seamless connection through all of this. So here it is.
Oh my gosh! Surfers trying to catch some waves off the coast of Santa Cruz, California, now competing with an unlikely adversary, a sea otter, who's become infamous for biting boards and stealing surf. She's known as Otter 841, a 5-year-old female who's been stalking surfers in this area for months.
It was a cute encounter at first, which turned aggressive real quick.
June Young was surfing in the area when the seemingly harmless otter lunged at him.
It made eye contact with me. It looked straight at me and my board, and before I was able to get far, it started attacking my surfboard. It was biting it off, just chewing it, tearing it apart.
Parts of his board torn to shreds. But was Otter 841 born to be wild?
Sea otters in their domain, in the ocean, they are top predators in their environment.
While experts from Monterey Bay Aquarium.
There you all see it. Sea otter. If you do not know, sea otters get to be 6 feet long. 6 feet long. These are top predators, and you see that they believe it's their ocean, not our ocean. These people are not, these creatures are not inclusive. You see that one? That one was stealing boards, okay? But where does this behavior come from, right? This is what we want to ask on this channel. Obviously, we're going to get to gaming here in a second. I just am doing this PSA announcement because y'all know the PSA announcement is for you all. So this is for everybody to see. I'm just bringing attention to this. Everybody wants to talk about Activision Blizzard. No, I'm talking about sea otters and dolphins and orcas. I'm trying to keep you all alive. So with that said, here's the next one. And you're going to see these little creatures are quick. Here we go.
Cameron, here it comes!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah! Oh my God. He's right there! He's right there! Hey, get the paddle! Get the paddle! Get the hey! Oh! Oh! Hey, that's all right. Get the paddle! Hey, get the paddle!
He's protecting his babies!
Why did you?
Cameron, you dipshit! I told him to go in there!
Get the paddle! Huh? Hey, Otter. Hey.
Get away from his babies, though.
Hey, he's behind you.
Give
Yeah.
him the paddle board so we can get out of there, you guys. Someone give him the board.
The board?
The paddle board. Shove it out there so we can paddle back over here.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, no, that's
There's a way. You probably should run back.
Get up! Get up! Get up! You're a bee.
So as you can see, there goes that Otter was chasing that young man, doing nothing at all, just enjoying some of the scenery. And you see this otter, attacking, doing stuff like that. But that's not all. Okay. So I dug into this purple. You know what I do? I bring the facts. I bring data. I like to do stuff. And so I want to bring this next level to it and to show you exactly what these creatures are. Holtz, this may be traumatic for you. I just want to say that when I heard this, I was thinking of you. Okay. So with that said, I want to bring this up, y'all. Again, showing you otters, and you're going to understand why I say they are thugs and hoodlums. All right, here we go.
A British man resident in Singapore has described fearing for his life after being attacked by a pack of wild otters. Graham George Spencer suffered 26 wounds on his buttocks, legs and fingers while on his usual 6 a.m. walk in Singapore Botanic Gardens. He said the around 20 otters biting him felt like a staple gun and that he fell to the ground.
When I laid there, it was like time had stopped, and I just kept thinking, surely I'm not going to die this way. Is this how I'm going to end? What will my kids think? And I just thought, gosh, no, I've got to get out of this. And I literally, it probably only lasted 10 seconds, but it was as if time stopped, and I just was going over all this thinking, I've got to get up.
Animal welfare groups say it's rare for otters to attack humans, unless they feel threatened. Spencer said he thought the animals mistook him for a runner who stepped on one of the otters in the dim early morning light. He escaped after a friend ran over and pulled him away. Now Spencer hopes authorities will put in place measures such as more solar-powered lights along the pathways. He added that a doctor...
There you all see it. Y'all saw them running in a pack, a gang of otters. Y'all think I make this stuff up? Could you imagine? That could have been David Wilson, Holt. Did you not hear the guy saying, surely this is not the way I'm going to die? Laying there. You could almost hear Holtz talking to us. So think about this. Our British comrades are getting attacked by otters. You saw it, a pack of them. I can't make this stuff up. The animals are taking over. If we are so focused on, I don't know. But this is a true division line right here. Right here. What was everything have in common? Water. Otters, dolphins, orcas. There y'all see it. Okay, I know that was traumatic holds. I don't know if you know that guy. Y'all were speaking the same language. I was assuming he was saying something about help me, queen, but she was not there to help him. So, with that said, I want to just pivot over because it's a gaming channel. So, we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot over to what I'm super excited about. So, y'all know I am super excited about Payday in September, and Holtz let us know it's on Game Pass, so we might be checking that out in September. But there's a really cool game coming out in the next 7 days. There's actually 2 really cool games coming out in the next 7 days. Let's see if you can guess them. I'm going to play one trailer now. You're going to see what it is. And then I'm going to play another trailer later today. And obviously, if you want to come on, I will be posting the link here shortly for y'all to jump in. But without further ado, here is the game I am really, 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 really looking forward to. Well, one of them, because I'm really looking forward to jumping into 2. But this game right here, super excited to jump into really soon. All right, without further ado, here we are. Tell me you're not excited about this.
I'm a setting sun, but I'll never run. I'm a dead man walking. I'll stay and fight as long as I'm alive. I'm a dead man walking. Oh, I'm a dead man walking. Before I die, take every soul I can into the night. Kill till I die. Kill till I laying in the crowd, gonna burn it down. I'm a dead man walking. Oh, I'm a dead man walking. Hell's at my door, at my door. I'm a shadow man, I was before. I'm a dead man walking. Before I die, I'll take every soul I can into the light. Kill till I kill till I die.
So that is Remnant 2, as you can see. I am really excited. So if y'all have played Chronos of the Ashes and Remnant from the Ashes, or I guess it's Chronos Before the Ashes, Remnant from the Ashes. This is the sequel to that. It is Remnant 2. And so I want to talk about this a little bit longer. Yes, Tony Baloney. And I see y'all. Let me give a shout out to everybody in chat. I saw Obi earlier. Thank you so much for coming up by. Obi, Rouster, Holtz, The Chosen One. Ambi, thank you so much. Simpleton, I see you there. Chariot Man Gaming, how are you doing? Severin, I see you late, but never late, but always great to see you. Nonetheless, Windstar, I see you too. Late better than never. That's what the saying is. Looking, yes, Severin, looking good. Cowboy, it looks cool. Yes, and Tony, you know it's a gem. So I want to talk about this game because y'all know it's a gaming channel. Again, if y'all want to hop on, I have the link there posted for y'all to come on. But Remnant is actually a pretty cool game. So some people call it a third-person shooter with Souls-like elements. I'm not going to go that far to say that, but it is like the bosses are fairly tough. What's really cool about this game is that it's not linear, or like you can't go watch someone else's playthrough and then you play it yourself. The reason that is because the game randomly generates the levels. So you may have a totally different mini boss then another person will have. You may have them in a different place. The map may look different. You may get weapons that are different or abilities that are different, depending on how you roll it. And you're not physically rolling something, but the game, how it generates your level. I think it's pretty awesome. This one is actually getting really high reviews. So the embargo on this game just finished, or released earlier today, and it's getting like 9.5. Some people are saying it's amazing. I was a big fan of Outriders, and I thought that obviously I love the gunplay in Outriders. I love the game mechanics. Jumped into Remnant about a few weeks ago, and to my surprise, like it is, it's kind of similar, but kind of not. It's not really a cover shooter per se, but it's definitely like kind of has some of those shooter looter mechanics. And they're saying this new one has an amazing score. The game is longer. All I hope is for more cutscenes because I have no idea what goes on in this game. But I am super, super stoked about it. So yeah, that's what I will probably be playing along with Rouster. I know Diablo. I'm playing Diablo 4 eventually, but this one has really got me excited. If you cannot see, I pre-ordered it earlier today once I saw that people are saying it's coming out with amazing reviews. And so yeah, so I offer you that. If you liked Remnant 1, it's on sale right now. It's only like $11. It's really, and you like that third-person shooter type of game, go for it. But yeah, and it's multiplayer, it's co-op, and it's just super cool. But with that said, we got our first guest, and I'm not. He may be traumatized, y'all, from the otters. We do not know, but without further ado, let me bring him on right now. Holtz, what's going on, Holtz? I see you there, Holtz.
I'm here to defend the otters.
You're what?
Do you know why? Do you know why, Purple? I'm defending the otters.
Why are you defending the otters?
Because I heard you can get great snacks from a boardwalk.
What?
Well, he was on the otter was walking on the board, wasn't he? That's where you get your food from. It was British.
Holtz, the otter, y'all, if y'all have not seen it, we were showing the thugs of the animal kingdom known as sea otters and otters of all types. They stole a surfboard, they attacked a young standing up citizen, and then they nearly killed Holt's countryman in Singapore there. Nearly killed him. Did you hear what he said, Holtz?
Yeah,
he said he was on the ground. He said, I hope I don't die like this.
I mean, we have fish and chips, so the otters have fishing boards, wood boards.
Fishing board, but they can ask for it. He stole the board. Did you not see it? They even have a name for that otter. Otter 94 something. Did you hear that?
Yeah, have you ever seen like Lilo and Stitch when Stitch gets called like experiment something something? That's what it reminded me of. Like, was it experiment otter?
No.
Why did it have a name?
I don't know. They named it that. This otter is that serious.
I would have called it Otter Prime because it was
Otter
the first.
Prime. I mean,
Yeah.
it works. It could be an Otter Prime, but I'm just saying, like, that's crazy, right? And see, I think the animal kingdom is really cute because they're bringing these things that we traditionally think are cute. I don't think they're cute. Orcas, not cute. Dolphins, not cute.
I wouldn't mess with any of them. So thanks for the warning. Anything in water now.
Anything in water. Anything in water, you will definitely need to kind of watch out for that. So sure.
I was laughing. The person said I was there and it looked me square in the eyes, like it had intent, like it was looking at you, going, "You know what's going to happen." Yeah.
He said that, right? He said, "I thought that was going to happen," and he's just looking at him, little beady black eyes.
When I was a lot younger, me and my friend was on a dinghy on the coast of Wales, and we were paddling, and we're like that, and we seen an otter, and we thought we were going to pop the boat, and when it came closer, it was just a log with a bin bag over it. But the fear was real.
The fear of this otter coming straight at you. You felt it.
Yeah.
You
Even
felt
though it wasn't. Yeah. I was like, so I have to be worried. Be worried.
Oh my gosh. So I tell y'all, I do this for the community. It's always about the community and just letting y'all know that they may be cute, but they are thugs. They have evil intent. I don't know what to. I've showed you. You've been warned. You've been warned.
Stay away from them dolphins in Japan as well.
Dolphins in Japan. I think it's a phenomenon. You'll be surprised. Dolphins are attacking. They can talk. Dolphins are like kind of smart. They actually can speak a form of Spanish, I've been told. So they're pretty intelligent people.
Yeah, but do you hear the news reporter is like, oh, the otter attacked that person because it thought it was the person previously that stood on him or stood on the babies the morning before.
Yeah, no.
They're attacking for anyone, aren't they? Like, you look familiar. Get him.
That's what I'm saying. They said they could have maybe stepped on a job. I want to know where these people are getting.
You might be seeing me on the news going, the otter was so prejudiced to hear me British accent and just attacked.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm curious where they're getting these theories from. That like, oh, the otter that may have been stepped on by a runner. Like, did they go ask some otters that happened?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And welcome to the stream, Cammy. Well, Doc Dark 195. Doc, you need to get on here because I have some beef with you, Doc. Major.
These animals do tricks, so the news reporter must like, and what happened? And the otter's putting its fin out like, it's look me fin, and he must have went, oh, did someone run over you? And it was like, yeah.
I guess that, and then they came up with this excuse. But did you see how they were like running down the road? There was like they had like 2 lanes going. I think it's crazy.
Well, I've told this story before. A few years ago, I was walking down the seaside, and a pack of swans was waddling down, and they give me the evil eyes, and I just jumped out the way because I'm not messing with a pack of swans.
Swans. No, they're they probably have some weird. We're gonna look into this. We're definitely gonna look into this one, Holtz. For sure.
Did you see Cowboy Show the other day when he actually there was an animal that got called Godzilla, and it was walking on its hind arms and legs, and it was huge.
I didn't see this.
Big huge alligator. It was bigger than the usual alligator, but it was walking really muscly,
bigger than the usual.
Really muscly front arms and legs. It did look like a little Godzilla.
Oh my god, they are little Godzillas. And look at this. We have a new Cammy has a grandniece. So congratulations, Cammy, on that. 1:03 a.m. Nice. July 20th will always be remembered. So thank you for sharing that, Cammy. But no, and Doc, because you're always doing something messed up, Doc. That's why. But we'll get to that in a second. We're talking about otters. Toltz is here. He's traumatized by the otter. He's traumatized by the dolphin. And we brought up the queen, and she's not alive anymore. So like, he is not having a good day. Not at all.
This is me therapy. Therapy with chat.
What's up, Jeff? How are you doing? Just talking about the hoodlums that are known as otters and dolphins.
I love them Americans. Get out the water, you dipshit. And I was like, that's so American. Look at him, you dipshit. No.
Did you see that dude was kind of nervous though? Like he was like, I cannot get this otter is super fast. Like he was like, it was like a boss.
Well, what I wanted to know, we've all seen Jaws durning, and we've all seen Piranha when he goes the scenes. I wonder if otters and dolphins have their own theme music when they attack.
No, I'm sure they do.
So when you hear it, we all go into fight or flight. Ooh, I wouldn't mess with one of them.
Yeah, well, you see, you're not gonna mess with one, you're gonna mess with 8 or 9.
Well, that's what the guy said. Is this the way I'm gonna die? Like it was very shameful to be pulled apart by 8 otters.
He had a mask on. Did you see he had a mask on?
He's like, I know that person. Yeah, he's very shameful.
He's like, I was gonna die this way. It's like the lady who got swallowed by a python in Asia.
It didn't sound bad, did it? It sounded like a stapler. He felt like he was getting 100 staples.
Well, it sounds like he was going to get killed by 100 staples guns.
Yeah.
Like he was like there. It was like 10 seconds, but his life flashed before his eyes by the otters. Poor dude. I love it. She passed to the otter side.
The otter side.
That was a good one, Simpleton. Oh man. Holtz, well, we're gonna let you Holtz come back on. We're gonna let Obi come on, but you know how we go.
I know. I heard Obi's got a story. He's got some beef or something to tell from the other day. I can remember.
Obi has something. Okay, we're gonna listen.
He's
to
going to
this.
say something, so I'm curious what he's going to say. So,
But hold, you know, we're gonna come back. Just the links in chat, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, y'all. We got Obi Rose Kenobi from Obi's Cantina Wednesday night Street Fighter.
Yo,
What is
what is
going
going on?
on?
Oh, snap! I'm a little jacked up right here. Yo, check it out. Holtz kind of had it right. All right.
All right.
So it's not that I got a beef, right? I just know that you don't own a PlayStation.
I don't
but
own a PlayStation.
I
but
figured
they
it
think I'm
out.
a pony. Don called me a pony yesterday. If he's still in chat.
I don't get it. I don't know why they don't understand you don't own one, right? So I have this campaign going, right? If I can get Purple, I got a bet that I can get Purple to buy a PlayStation 5. Big, bulky, and everything. Got the perfect game for you. So I stumbled upon a game that I have been playing, but I stopped playing, but then I went back to playing it because I got to beat 7 games within 100 days. Check it out. Horizon Forbidden West. Purple, you gotta get this game. I'm telling you, don't do that. Bring it back. There we go. Right there. Stop. You gotta get this game. Let me tell you, yo, homegirl Aloy. All right. Let me lawyer the lawyer. Let me lawyer the lawyer. All right, check it out. Homegirl Aloy, right? She gotta save her people. Yo, she got this bow and arrow. Yo, I'm like, yo, this is totally Purple. But then this is when it clicked. I had to do this puzzle. This puzzle legit took me like 40 minutes. I was like, because I know you like, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I know she loves puzzle games. And on top of that, strong female lead. I'm like, yo, this is Purple 3,000,000%. Yo, you got to get this game. Okay. You got to play this game.
So, Obi, so someone, I got a little birdie to tell me. So I want you, let's keep this energy. I want to show something that our producers went out and found to keep. Let's see this.
T for teen.
Listen, you gotta do it.
That's it.
Got it. Listen, it goes just like that too. You be running, you slow down time, you grab that bow and arrow, you just turn in a.
Oh my god! So
yeah,
okay,
you turn into Legolas and you just Legolas the whole thing. It's pretty dope. It's super cool.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
so,
yeah, you got it. You got to get it. You got to get it.
I mean, it's just one of the games that I have seen on PlayStation, and I don't have a PlayStation. Besides everybody thinking that I'm a Sony pony.
Yet.
Not yet. Everybody thinks I'm already a PlayStation person.
I promise you, if you buy this, you will be like, yo, you will be like, yo, I know. Play whatever you like, when you like, but you gotta play this. You gotta go and buy this. The game is great.
So Cowboy is saying this. Cowboy is saying the game is not that good. The first one is better.
Listen. The first one is not better than the second one. Everything in the second one is just so much greater. Listen, you get upgrades, you get a little glide thingy. Like, yo, come on. I don't want to hear. The last thing I want to hear is that the first one is no. No, it doesn't work like that. In fact, you know movies. I know you know movies. You know good movies. You're a Ghostbusters fan, right? Ghostbusters 1 are good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's That's what I'm talking. You see what I'm saying? Tell me the second one wasn't better. I already know the answer. Same thing with Batman and Batman Returns. Come on, we all know Batman Returns is. Come on, the second one. Yo, I'm a second-born child. All right, the second is always better. I just want to throw that out there.
I think
And you
the
know,
second
come on,
RoboCop
come
was
on.
better. The second RoboCop was
The second RoboCop was amazing. Yeah, I agree. So you got to get it. I had to tell you that. I was like, yo, you got to get this game. You're gonna love it. I promise you. You won't be mad.
So PlayStation has a couple of games that I am looking into. Like, well, see, I told you, Obi. Y'all know what I say about PlayStation.
Listen,
I am not a fan of this spaceship router sculpture. Like,
listen,
Art Deco. It's cool, but it's not Art Deco for me.
Listen, don't worry about that. Listen. You know what? Listen, here's what you can do. If you don't like the way it looks, that's cool. All you got to do is just put it in an area, and then you could just play from the cloud right on your phone. Just get the controller, and you don't even got to look at it. You could just be chilling like, you know what? I'm going to just knock out this Horizon Forbidden West. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to hang glide, something you couldn't do in the first one. You know, I just want to throw that out there. You cannot hang glide in the first one.
I like gliding. Zelda has gliding. I like gliding.
It's amazing. In fact, I'm gonna tell you this. I was in a puzzle earlier, and in the puzzle, in order for me to figure, you actually have to glide around. And I was like, it took me forever to figure that out. I'm like, yo, this game, it's amazing. It is amazing. So you got to try it. But I just wanted to tell you
I mean, I think eventually I will definitely get if they come out with a better looking one. Obviously, I can wait.
I think it's rumored they're talking about they're getting a like a slimmer one shortly, and it's like,
look, gaming news, Obi Rose right now. Supposedly, the Activision Blizzard deal was supposed to close already, and Doc Dark dragged me in the mud for this, but it hasn't closed, Doc. And so when I hear rumors, what are we, FCAT right now?
No.
Is that what we're doing? Is this FCAT hours?
That's no bueno. No bueno, amigo. No bueno. Shout out to FCAT. Yo, he's cool. Yo, we love you, FCAT. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's not. Listen. I'm not saying I follow the rumor, but all I'm saying is I'm telling you, you would love this game. I promise you. And you like Zelda. So imagine Zelda when and everything just turned robotic and it's a lot bigger and like you have a lot more stuff. Like you have acid arrows. Like, oh, here comes this killer T-Rex. And let me just take this acid arrow and yeah, it's amazing. You got to try it out.
It's on my list. Like I will say this. I will say this. As far as when I got an Xbox because I needed somewhere to game. And then I got the second Xbox because I got tired of connecting the first Xbox to the PC and to the TV. So I got a second one. But there's no real games I was looking forward to on Xbox. But that doesn't mean I didn't like Xbox. I like Xbox. I like it.
Somebody clipped his face.
No, it's still cool.
There was no games? None?
Well,
Zero.
There's one game that I really liked on Xbox, but I can play it on Switch. It's actually one of the best Switch ports out there. And that's Ori.
Okay.
So I really like Ori. You know, it's Moon Studios. Xbox published it. But after that, there's not too many things that I liked on that's just Xbox. Let me say it.
I'll tell you this. There's multiple reasons I don't own an Xbox, but I will say this. If the Gear series does get revamped and gets better, I would jump back in a heartbeat. If Team Ninja went back to Microsoft and basically was like, yo, we're going to give you Ninja Gaiden and we're going to do it great, I would jump back for it. I'm being so serious. I almost bought one to play High on Life. I literally was like, yo, I'm about to get one just to play High on Life. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait. But Miss Pony, that we clearly know you're not. You have to go buy a PlayStation 5.
Clearly a pony. This is what I get told.
This is it. Yeah. In fact, you know what? I need you to get a T-shirt that says you got to go get a tattoo. It's got to say like place. You got to get the what is it? The square, the triangle, the circle, and the X. Yeah, and people just be like, yeah, you got me. You got me.
No, but see, so one thing the reason I actually was really this week I had a really disappointing moment on Xbox. And this is not Xbox hate, y'all. It's the first time this happened. There's a game called Erica on PlayStation. Exactly. It's a game called Erica on PlayStation. And I was like, okay, it's on PlayStation. I've never heard any of the PlayStation people talk about this one. So it's got to be on Xbox, right? It has to be on Xbox. Not on Xbox.
Not on Xbox.
Not on Xbox. I really wanted. I was gonna like buy that game like right there.
This is when I was a kid.
On Xbox.
When I was a kid, I don't want to say a kid. In my young adult life, I kind of always felt like if I wanted to play a first-person shooter, so I've always had an Xbox and a PlayStation. That's just they both had games that I liked. So I was always fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to do that. But I've always felt like if I wanted to shoot something, if I wanted to play, shooting games, I had to go Xbox. If I wanted a good story game, I would just play a PlayStation game. Now, I'm not coming at Xbox for that, but I don't think you're going to find a lot of story-driven games on Xbox. I mean, Gears of War does have a story. I mean, every game does have a story. I get that. But not like a deep character, in-depth story, unless it's something like Final Fantasy or Elden Ring, which is going to be on every system in the first place. They don't really have any exclusives that make you go, you know what? I own an Xbox just for that game. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that like everybody's got to be an Xbox person or a PlayStation person, but I'm like, yo, I want to play Spider-Man. I grew up liking Spider-Man. So guess what? I have to buy a PlayStation because I can't get Spider-Man on Xbox. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. If they make something where I'm like, yo, that looks dope, I want that, I'm going to play that forever and a day, then I'll buy an Xbox. But until then, it's probably not going to happen.
Like I said, I had an Xbox. It was just the easiest way for me to game. Like when we were making that switch from Stadia tier.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I know.
You know
what sucks about that? All these bigger companies. I was saying this kind of like on my show the other day. When something's a baby, if you don't nourish it the correct way, it won't grow. And I felt like it was a baby, and all these bigger companies are like, oh, we saw what they were going to do. We're going to kind of just slide right on up in, and we're going to take over and call it the cloud services now. And eventually, it's like, wasn't there a predecessor to y'all? Like,
There's a better.
But
see, that's the thing, Obi. If you're not willing to take care of your baby, what should you do?
Hey,
you go out in the back and shoot it?
No, I'm not. No, you should have put it up for adoption. I agree with you.
Side of the street.
I agree with you. Like, come on. What they did was horrible. What they did was horrible. Okay, horrible. Okay, very.
You go
upsetting.
out here shooting babies.
Yo, that's messed up. I didn't say that.
What they doing?
Not my words. But listen, I gotta jump up off here. I gotta go and get the kiddos ready. But I wanted to say, hey, thanks for having me. Yo, you got some great content. I love your show. You got the coolest vibe. Your Sunday shows are the greatest. I love it. Just coming there, hanging up, playing those games. I'll be looking at my phone like, yo, what is she playing?
We're gonna probably beat the one this weekend. We're gonna beat it this weekend.
Yeah. But hey, I love everything you're doing. I love the vibe. Stay chill. And hey, thanks for having me. I really
Obi, thanks for coming by. And y'all, this is
appreciate
Obi Rose. He has Obi's Fight Cantina on Wednesdays. You can check it out on his channel. Someone please click his link. But Obi, I always like hanging. You're my thing in Wednesday afternoons, so I come by.
Hey, that, you know what? I appreciate. Oh, can I do a shameless plug?
You can do a plug for sure.
Okay. Check this out. So, I had this idea. I got something brewing. Next Friday, I'm dropping a less than 6-minute video. So be on the lookout for it. I'm looking for mad love, mad support. I'm hoping it makes everybody laugh. No, you won't see my face. It won't be nothing like that. But I promise you, I think I struck some gold. I think you're going to like it. I'm excited. I'm working on it. I'm like, yo, this is it. I'm like, yo, this is so cool to be able to do and just have fun with. So I'm kind of really excited for my baby that I'm not putting up for adoption, and I'm not going to take it in the back.
That's good. That's good parenting. Take notes,
right.
Google.
Hey, peace to the Middle East with a bottle of chicken grease.
All right, later,
cool
Obi.
Stay blessed. Yep.
Yes. Obi Rose, y'all, one of a kind. No, so y'all, well, I don't know, so that's Obi. He said Horizon Forbidden West. I saw that there was some talk in the chat. It seems like Horizon Zero Dawn. Some of you like. Some of you liked Horizon Forbidden West. It seems like it's a decent franchise. Seems like it's kind of up my alley. But it's on PlayStation. I don't know. It gotta change its thing. It's not doing it for me. Like this. So eventually, if we get an announcement, maybe I may go get a PlayStation. So we'll see. But have we got some people coming in chat room? I don't think I said hello to you, Ryzak. How are you doing? Lo-Fi Monk. Lo-Fi, where you been? And Geek the Sneak, what up? Ayo. So y'all, as I said before, I post the link there. Anybody can come in, talk about whatever. We showed some stuff where animals attack otters and dolphins. I shouldn't even say attack. These are just thugs being thugs. You know, they should be locked up. And then we talked a little bit about some games that I'm really looking forward to, or one game I'm really looking forward to. Remnant 2 drops next week. It's a co-op game, or it's not just co-op. You can play it single player, but it's third-person shooter with some Souls-like elements. That's the best way to describe it. It's an interesting storyline, but from Gunfire Games. So I'm really looking forward to that. And with another one, I think I'm going to show you those. Yes, Obi, those animals are no joke. But with that said, I'm going to show you all the other game. You know, I got two sides of me. The other game I'm really looking forward to dropping real soon. It's a little different, but y'all know that's kind of me. I have these two different tastes, but here it is. I'm super excited about this one. Hopefully, wait. Yep, there we go. Super excited. Quick little trailer. If y'all are excited, let's see. Rune. So Pikmin 4, this game was initially announced back in 2015. It's taken 8 years to come to us. It's almost here. Tomorrow, Pikmin 4 drops. So y'all know I've been talking about this for like the last year or so. And I'm super excited about it. It's kind of a cute little story. It definitely has some puzzle mechanics to it. And yeah, they're introducing a couple of different Pikmin. There's like a dog associated with it. So I'm curious to know about the story. Um, so Captain Olimar, supposedly we're gonna find him. And if you play Pikmin 1, you know he's kind of like the central kind of captain throughout all the stories. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. So yeah, we gotta get excited. You know, there's actually quite a bit of games going on coming out. And I think the gaming community, let me say it, a certain segment of the gaming community has forgotten what gaming's all about. They keep talking about the news and so forth. And we have a lot of like paralegals and lawyers and politicians now. And I think it's gotten I told you all this, I think last week when I had my conversation with Dorgon, that I think gaming's gotten a little too political. Maybe it's always been like that, but I think if we can bring it back to gaming's supposed to be fun, as Simpleton always says. And yeah, so those are the two that I'm really looking forward to next week. Or one's tomorrow, one drops on the 25th. But there's some more, like every month, there's actually a game that I'm really looking forward to. Um, Last month was Diablo. I know I've not played it. I've been playing Zelda. That was in May. There was a couple of other ones, 10 Hearts in April, and some other ones. So in March as well. But those are the two that I'm looking forward to in July. So hopefully I can get through them. You know, through. So I'm for the show. Is it the 21st here? Yeah. Holt, you should be able to play it now. Ace, what is going Ace? You know, all you have to do is press that link, Ace, and you can hop in here. Have not had Ace here in a while, Ace. We got so much to talk about. I would love if you jump in really quick. No pressure though, as I know you're doing tons of stuff. But thanks for stopping by, Ace. Attacked me early because I was talking about gaming and not the case. What? I did not see that Cowboy and FCAT were even having a show. I went by and I didn't see them. But yeah, y'all, I think I will say this because Doc Dark made me, dragged me through the streets of YouTube saying I was wrong. And I will say this, the deal has still not closed. I said it was going to come down to a renegotiation. And if the two sides wanted to happen, it would happen. And so what did we see? They extended it and they actually came to go forward. But what y'all probably did not know is Bobby Kotick got paid $6 million to extend that deal. So let's see if the deal continues to get extended if Microsoft has another thing up their sleeve. But with that said, back on the show, we have none other than Holtz.
So
What's going on, Holtz?
You love that thriller, you love that horror, and you've dived into Netflix. You're playing Valiant Hearts 2. Didn't Oxenfree Lost Signal interest you?
Oxenfree Lost Signal. That's the one with the story where it's like the Netflix game, right?
Yeah, well, the second one's a Netflix game. Yeah, the first one's really great, and the DLC is great as well. Oxenfree.
Is it like the same style?
Same style, yeah, same style.
So that reminds me of like the Dark Side Detective series, like where it's like these people walking around and there's like a mystery going on. I never played it. Is it good? You're saying it's solid.
Well, I downloaded it on my Logitech G Cloud. I've not actually got round to it. I downloaded it.
Y'all saw that name? He just casually dropped the Logitech G Cloud.
Yeah,
there.
and yeah. So in the end, I thought, man, what a great game to play. As I was looking at it, I was like, oh, Purple likes them suspense mystery thrillers. So I thought, now's the time to ask before no one's jumping in.
Yeah, no, I think we'll see. Hold you see how many games I gotta play. I'm still playing Zelda.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you had to hurry up. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, I'm from the future. I wonder if Pikmin 4's out now. I wonder I can just sit here with my Switch and like, oh, Purple, oh, you're behind. Oh, God.
I know. Well, I got busy, so I put in. I think in the last week and a half, I've put in about 50 hours into Remnant from the Ashes. So that took a lot of my time. Obviously, I stream horror games. That's usually on Sundays. I've been getting back to Zelda, and then Rouster and I beat Orcs Must Die 3. We had to give that off like our little ceremonial send off. We beat the game in every difficulty, 5 skulls each. So that was super cool.
Well, I've been playing Octopath Traveler number 2, and that's by Square Enix. And this year I've really enjoyed the likes of Final Fantasy 16. I really enjoyed Forspoken, but all the people usually focus on like the graphics and the frame rates and stuff like that. But this game that I'm playing, it goes back to the traditional JRPGs, like with the pixels are like only like 16, 32-bit. But the storytelling and the voice acting and the music so amazing that I'm just really enjoying the game, and I'm not worrying about all the other stuff that actually makes or breaks a game in today's gaming. And I'm like, well done, Square Enix. Well done bringing the fun factor and such a gorgeous story, should I say.
No, I think you hit on a great point. I don't know where this happened, where people start in Rune. I saw you leave. Bliss, what is going on? Talking about someone who knows how to play Souls games. Bliss, tell me, Bliss, are you looking forward to Remnant 2? Something tells me you would have played that already. So yeah, I think gaming. I think there's a lot of games that if you like, it depends on what fun is, right? How do you qualify fun? And or entertainment or whatever. And what I will say is I was watching Ninja Guy X play Oxenfree 2, the second one. I was watching him play it because he only does Netflix games as his streams now. And I was actually really enjoying the story of this game. Like I was really trying to understand what was going on. And before I knew it, like 30 minutes had gone by. So maybe I'll give Oxenfree. I don't know. I don't know what the game's about. I just know what that one was about was like, it seemed like there was something with time travel or whatnot. And
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I blame who brought all this graphic fidelity and performance and stuff like that. Who brought all this console war to the main front? I'm blaming Xbox.
Whoa, Holtz, we are not going to be. This is not a dead with Xbox stream.
No, this one right. I was playing Dreamcast and PlayStation and Nintendo, and there were a lot of back then games were more centric around platformers and adventures, and we still had a lot of other genres, and it was fun. I never once back around them consoles ever heard frame rates getting mentioned and ever heard anything about resolution ever until Xbox came out to cater for the PC gamers that wanted a console. I thought it was more an adult console. And then that's when I started hearing the keywords like frame rates and resolution, teraflops. And I think they boasted that market and then all the other competition ran with it. And then it's just snowballed snowballed. And that is why now people, instead of talking about the fun factor of games or the mechanics or the features, straight away they talk about resolution and frames.
No, I think it's a shame because I still like I understand the idea about between frames per second, but I can't. We talked about this whole thing in your episode. There's a point to where I can't tell.
Well, I mean, what gets me right, and I love displays. I love displays and TVs. There's a point where the human eye cannot actually see frames past a certain point, and it's the same case where the human eye can't see past a certain pixel density, depending on distance. So they're actually saying 4K is like the staple where we should stop. So we shouldn't go into 8K graphics because you can't tell. No one can actually walk past and go, yeah, that's definitely 8K. That's
Well,
definitely
don't let Storm know this.
I mean, you'll see sharpness and you'll see certain stuff, but on the pixel count, you won't actually notice the difference. So, and that's science telling you that. So,
I mean, I think, like I said, don't tell Project Storm this.
and then if you want to
he's all about this.
and then what's so funny about pixel counts? Do you go for the standardized pixel of like 4K, or do you go for like what happens if your display's a little bit wider or a bit taller vertical? You still have a pixel count by times in the height by the width. So in the end, a wider monitor might have more pixels than the standard, but a person just uses the key term 4K. So yeah, after a certain point, you just can't notice.
I'm enjoying the game. What I would say is I enjoy game mechanics. So Simpleton actually just brought up Metroid Prime Remaster.
Yes.
So I bought this
yes.
game, the hard copy of the game. So shout out to TK9, who's always about the hard copy of the game. So I bought the hard copy of the game. And what I realized with the game, and I was never a Metroid fan, a Samus type of fan. Not that I was against it. Like, obviously, Samus did not do the cardinal sin as Lara Croft, but I just was never I was never into Samus. And I found the game mechanics somewhat jarring in Metroid Prime.
Yeah, because it's a remaster, isn't it? That's what I feel with all these remasters. You can't go back. Just because it's got a new lick of paint, the features are outdated.
So let's talk about. So we heard that there's going to be a remaster, and people talk about like they're really upset about like The Last of Us was remastered, and now we're hearing something about Red Dead remastered. What about those?
I was putting a message on Dr. Ock's video when he was talking about remasters, and I see no problem with remasters because I've been playing remasters since the early start of PlayStation 3. There was collections like Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, God of War, and there was other remasters on Xbox and Switch. We were talking about like not Switch, Wii and Wii U and stuff like that. So we talk about the Zeldas and stuff like that. Everything's being remastered, so it's being part of gaming. And why I don't see a problem with it is if you missed a generation, why not bring the game with a little bit of a touch up for the fans that were not into gaming at that point, or I've got nostalgia for it and they want that extra little bit of graphics. So I have no problem with remasters.
I agree, Holt. I agree. Like, I think like it's like with Star Wars. Like Star Wars has been like digitally remastered who knows how many times. I feel like every other year we see the movie Star Wars like new digitally remastered or with Dolby sound, blah 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 blah. And so I'm like I have not played Red Dead. I started Red Dead 2, but then Stadia shut down and I didn't feel like transport. I was so far in the beginning. I just said I'll redo the game. Another game that was recently remastered that I'm surprised no one gave hate to this one. Witcher 3 was recently.
Yeah.
It was remastered, but everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so great!" And so I don't understand why some games.
I mean, I've mentioned loads like Metro, Witches, Metroids. There's loads. Metro Exodus and all that. There's the brains went dead. When you actually, it's always the tip of the tongue when you sit there, it just goes. Fallout to being remastered. There's just loads from third-party developers that don't define a console that is being remastered. So I don't see any problem with remasters coming again.
No, I'm super excited to, like I said, I'm excited to jump into them. Oh, we have someone in the back, but I'm super excited to jump into some of these remasters because I don't know the story. I'm looking forward to it. I think what Sony is doing, not to say this is amazing for Sony PlayStation, but I think it's cool that they're like, here's the game.
Also,
here's the
with Sony, they ported Last of Us to PC, and you've learned a lot of new stuff, new features, new graphics, and stuff like that. So I don't see why there's a problem, Sony, by saying, oh, now we've ported to PC, and it looks gorgeous on PC. Let's bring what we've learned, build it back up, and put it back on our next-gen console. Because this game is technically a PS3 game. So for people that's missed the PlayStation 4, or maybe played it on the PlayStation 4, they're saying, okay, let's bring the sort of stuff that we've learned and put it on the powerful PlayStation 5. And if that's not for you, then it's all right. But remasters do have a place in gamers.
Like I said, I'm excited. It has Bliss. Thanks for I've heard Witcher's an amazing game. I have it. I have it on GFN. So I have it on my PC. I just have not had time.
Witcher is an amazing game. It destroyed me. I put 200 hours in The Witcher, and because the side quests are so amazing, every time I look at a side quest, it has to be a Witcher.
Wow, CD Projekt
quality.
Red, y'all.
It's got to be. And Final Fantasy 16 done that with the side quests. But when I usually play side quests and RPGs, I'm like, it's not The Witcher. What's the point playing it? So
No,
The Witcher has spoiled us.
Well, Holtz, we'll have you back on here in a second, but we got to get Cowboy here. And
sorry, it's only Cowboy. He's all right.
We'll bring you back, Holtz.
He's gonna come back on, going, damn you, Holtz.
We'll bring you back on here in a second. All right, y'all. I think we kind of already said it's Cowboy here. Uh-oh, there he is.
Purple. I think I'm the cake king. What you talking about, girl?
Oh my gosh! Watch out,
Severin
has issues with cakes.
Oh, does he?
Severin has issues with cakes.
To shut his mouth. Now, Purple, I'm on here for one reason only.
One reason.
I'm here to bring legitimacy to gaming. What's his name is playing Kmart games, and that person is playing YouTube games. Listen. Do me a favor. Now, you've been putting the game you want and the game they want. There's a game. They just dropped a new trailer today, Purple. It's called Atlas Fallen. Can I get a trailer? Because that game looks like...
I needed to know beforehand, Cowboy, but I can maybe try. Maybe try.
All you do is go to YouTube, type in all right? Atlas Fallen. Okay?
Let me try. I'm not sure.
Let the people see what a real game should look like. Because that's what I got my eyes set on.
I wish I had known before, Cowboy. I could have had it ready to go.
Listen, take your time. It's all good. While you're doing that, I just want to say what's up to the people out there. I love the fact that you guys came out to see Purple Haze because she's the GOAT. And all those people talking about she was wrong. Shut your mouth, because she said if the deal goes through, it's going to be a switch up, a mix up. And hold up, wait, did the deal go through normal? It didn't. So everybody shut your mouth.
Thank you, Cowboy. But
People don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen.
No, Doc Dark doesn't listen. That's who doesn't listen.
Oh, he don't listen. Yeah.
But
if he listened, he would have shaved that beard off. I'm just saying.
No, we're not going to talk about that. But let's see if we can get it. Chat, let me know if y'all can hear this. So here we go. I'm not sure, Cowboy. We're going to try it.
Okay.
It's a YouTube video, so hopefully it works.
Let's go.
Atlas Fallen is an action RPG set in a devastated, sand-covered world, ruled by an almighty and merciless sun god who drains the planet, leaving only dust on the surface. The lands of Atlas are dangerous and mysterious places. They are deadly to errant travelers, and you, until you find a divine artifact. This gauntlet is infused with the power to shape the sand, which might be just enough to face the sun god's wrath. Combat in Atlas Fallen starts with this gauntlet, your main source of offensive and defensive capabilities. It only takes a simple button press to cast attacks, and you can equip 2 main weapons at the same time to intertwine powerful combos. Be versatile with the transforming Doom Cleaver, unleash long-range strikes with the Sand Whip, or pound enemies with a flurry of fists using the Knuckle Dust. Mix and match any 2 of your preferred combat styles, and watch as each weapon evolves during combat, growing larger and more deadly. The action in Atlas Fallen is fast-paced, agile, and intense. Moving freely on most terrain, you rapidly jump into action, evade attacks, dash through the air, and enjoy truly dynamic gameplay.
So we'll see.
Now, Purple, here's what's cool. This game is like Darksiders meets God of War meets Prototype.
You know I love Darksiders.
I know.
I love
Darksiders. Purple, but you know what part you didn't get to? You don't have to play it. Guess what? It's drop in and drop out co-op from the beginning to the end of the game. So you could just play by yourself.
It's co-op?
Yes, and your friends just drop in, and then they can leave whenever they want. Hey, Purple, stop playing with me, Purple. This might be our game.
Wait, what is this for? What is this for?
I
what
think
is
it's for
this?
everything. Yeah, look it up.
Is it cross? Is it cross whatever?
That I don't know.
PlayStation, Xbox, Microsoft Windows.
Woo!
Unreal Engine 5. Why is no one talking about Unreal Engine 5? That was all the rage last year.
I know, right?
No one even cares about Unreal Engine 5. Let's see. Atlas Fallen. What do we call that? Cross play? Let's see.
Yeah, crossplay.
I don't know. I can't tell. It might be who's doing this game? Who's doing this?
I'm not even sure. I don't remember the name of the studio.
It's Focus Entertainment. Oh, so this is gonna probably be on Black Nut too. Nice. Yeah.
Hey, Purple, tell me it didn't give you no Darksiders vibes.
It looked cool. I'm not gonna say I like Dwayne Death in Darksiders, so it looked cool. It looked cool. Yeah. No,
hey, Purple, why don't we just go half on a PlayStation for you? Listen, I'll take this back, all right, and get my money back and send it to you. I just bought the $200 controller.
Whoa! What is this? The controller I said could be a vibrator? This is the DualSense?
Yes, DualSense Edge. The DualSense Edge, right? Pro controller. But Purple, I'll take it back and send you the $200. You want to do that? And then you put the other half on. You put the $300 on. And next you know,
it's not about the cost. I told you it's not. It's about
what? Why are you ugly shaming the console?
Because ugly things should be shamed.
You know what? I need a Yoo-hoo.
Oh my god, Yoo-hoo!
I need a Yoo-hoo.
Oh my gosh, a Yoo-hoo.
What up, Purple? You don't like Yoo-hoos? Come on, Purple. Don't do me like that.
It's a chocolate drink, but it's not chocolate milk.
I guess. I just like them. Hey, Purple, you know what goes well with it? Yeah, got me some M&M's peanuts.
Cowboy, what type of diet is this? This is like second. A cowboy is like living his best second grade life.
Listen.
Now
I got all messed up. Now, I'm trying to live, baby.
Like cowboy went and had surgery, and he's like, I may not make it, but now he's made it to the other side, and he is living his best second grade life.
But Purple. So, what is your thoughts on controllers? Like, did you have an
I know Ace. Ace is even calling. Ace is calling you out, cowboy.
Why you got? You know what? Ace can't call anybody out because he's too afraid to come on here. So I don't let people call me out who can't step on the stage. Purple said, "Hey, jump on." I bet he's sitting there. You know, he got the big headphones on. Hold on, I got you. You know, this is Ace right here. You know, I can't get on because the kids and the wife. Hey, shut your mouth! Don't talk about me. And you ain't coming on here. That's the way I do it. Hey, listen, Purple. This is how life goes. You could clown me if you could do it better. If you do it better, I'll be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna sit to the side. But if you can't do it better, then you shut your mouth. Like people, oh, he can't do a kick. You can't do one at all.
I cannot do your kicks. So speaking of kicks, we'll have to get to that because you have an amazing appearance coming up next week.
I do.
Yo, the Cowboy. If y'all we're gonna talk about what we were talking about here in a second, Cowboy. But if y'all did not know, Cowboy is going to be a guest on Xbox International show with Crazy Louie. Cowboy said he's going to do a roundhouse kick. Crazy Louie said he's going to do a drop kick. There's going to be kicks going on. Cowboy said he's going to take over the plane. It is going to be
epic. Now, Purple, thanks to you, I'm only on there because of you. So that's what's cool.
It's super awesome because they're like building it up. I'm excited because I think y'all are it's gonna be pretty cool. That's gonna be cool.
I feel like when I say I know Purple, I know people in high places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You got me on the show just by association.
Oh my gosh. No, Cowboy, I only here because of you. You know that. So
listen, we go hand in hand.
We do.
Nope.
But speaking of hand, so this Fallen Atlas.
Atlas Fallen.
Oh, guess that makes sense. It's like Atlas.
It's a weird name anyway. Let's be honest.
I was a book falling, but it's Atlas Fallen. I actually think I'm excited about that. I'm excited. See, this is why we talk about games.
Yes.
This is why we talk about games because I am. Like I showed you all the games. I'm excited about Payday. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about a Pikmin 2, Diablo 4. I'm excited about next week Remnant 2.
Looking good.
Now I have another. How are people upset in gaming? I don't understand this. How are people upset in gaming?
I don't understand. But let me ask you this. You know what Rose keeps saying? He keeps saying that it's too much. I disagree because my interest is in everything. So like, even if you feel like, oh, it's too much, it's like, well, you don't have to get everything all at once, right? You say that game looks cool, but you know what? I like this one more. I'll play this one now. And when I'm done, I'll move on. Now I know he's playing like 7 games at one time, trying to beat them all at the same time. I think it's kind of foolish, but that's just me. But yeah, Purple, this is a good time in gaming. I'm cool with gaming.
I was watching Chariot Man. I know he was in and out of the stream. He's busy, man. Chariot Man was saying this is great time for gaming. I mean, I think like, and I'm critical of game, right? I'm critical of things when they're not creative, but I'm like legitimately excited about games that are coming out. And the cool thing about that, like Diablo 4 is the only one that's like actually like this big Blizzard type of game. The other ones are smaller studios, devs. So for anybody who's out there,
Final Fantasy.
Well, you're. I never played any. I only played one of the Final Fantasies, and it was a long time ago.
Okay.
But Zelda's obviously the one I get excited about. That's kind of, and they said this is a hack and slash one. So I don't know. Maybe hack and slash is making a comeback.
It may be. It looks like Darksiders, Purple. Yo, remember when I was playing Darksiders 3 and you would come on and try to give me tips? I was so lost. You was like, no, Cowboy, you gotta jump over there. I'm like, where? You're like, this mother. But it reminds me of that style.
No, I'm excited. So like I said, I was excited. I'm really excited about Remnant. Really excited about Pikmin. But that one, like, when you have a story, because that's the thing about Darksiders. Darksiders has a story.
Rich story.
It has a rich story. It has this kind of like with death and war.
Yeah.
And then you got fury. And then you got, strife. And they have like, they're coming together and they're trying to do this thing. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of that, you never played Genesis with me? Oh, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving. I ain't say that.
Yeah. No, I definitely get it. And I want to correct some, like y'all bringing this FTC stuff. We're not talking about FTC, but I will say this just because I will talk to y'all about so if y'all did not know, the FTC secretary, because she's obligated to, has withdrawn the case, but that does not mean the actual people trying the case have dropped the case. That is a big distinction. So the administrator, she's put it on hold, but again, that does not mean the actual people who try the case, the staff who decide if the case moves forward, are dropping their case. I actually think if the FTC truly believe, because here's my thing about this, and we won't talk about it too long. But if you think about it, the injunctions were just to get to the administrative case on August 2nd. And Microsoft had said we were going to close the deal on the set, whatever they said, 18, 17. Well, they've extended. So if the FTC truly believes they have a case and they wanted to get to August 2nd, they should still go ahead and go to August 2nd. That's my thing. If they truly believe it, that's what the legal system has. And so that if they believe they have it, but that's the thing. But who knows? Who knows? But again,
yeah, I think I like the deal in absolute. Some people hate when I say that, but the deal didn't go through yet. Like because think about it. I had the little parading in the streets episode. I said, "Come on, Xbox guys, you guys could come on and go crazy." Jubini said it's deal ink gonna be dry by Monday or Tuesday. That was I think that was 2 weeks ago, right?
They said they were gonna close the deal on Wednesday.
That was 2 weeks ago. So we can't be dancing in the streets, stripping. We can't be.
Yeah, I told you, Severin doesn't like the cakes. Severin does not like cakes.
Listen, but yeah. So I'm with you, Purple. At the end of the day, let's see what happens when it is final, and then But
yeah, no, I mean, and like I think for me, I'm just there for the clarity, like what's actually going on, and that's why I say what I say. Obviously, I thought the deal wouldn't go, like there would need to be something else to be put together for the deal to happen, and a lot of people don't talk about it. But part of the extension, Microsoft is paying Activate 99 cents a share. Not a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're someone who has 6.5 million shares and you get 99 cents per share, that's like almost $6.5 million. And guess who got $6.5 million? Bobby Kotick just got $6.5 million. So, like I said, there are a lot of things to it, but I don't really. It doesn't really affect me as much. Like I think kind of ABK is one of those. I think it's kind of similar to if they bought EA. It's like, I really feel like kind of some of these studios, they make a lot of money, but it's creative, like something that I'm excited about. You just showed me something I'm excited about.
Right.
I just showed a game earlier today that I'm excited about. Those are the things that get my attention.
Right.
So yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I always told people my favorite word in the English dictionary is interest. So what is coming out between A, B, and K that has my interest? 0. So guess what? I don't give a about this deal. But that's just
I know a lot of people do. A lot of people are getting, people know that like there's certain content creators, their whole thing is about this. And I get it. But to be honest, like I said, when you look around, regardless of what happens to this deal, there's so many cool things going on in gaming.
Yeah.
And I'm actually like, if it goes through, we already know some of those developers are going to do what developers always do when things get bought out. They go and form their own studio.
Yeah.
So like that's what, unless they're what's it called?
Unless they got hit with the Bungie.
The Bungie, yeah, the Bungie kind of the Sony paid them.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited to see what comes out. Where do we see things going? And there's just so many games. Like for me personally, we've listed 4 of them I haven't even touched yet. We know there's one that's a super long one I'm still playing, and that's only I haven't even talked about the new Dark Pictures anthology game. We're not even talking. None of what I've talked about is even hitting 2024. So I'm excited for gaming.
And just one thing, please don't listen to Obi Rose Nobody. Because
nobody.
Yeah, Obi Rose.
Don't do it like that.
Don't listen to him because Horizon Forbidden West is a snore fest. That's why they call it Forgotten West. Now, I know Rune likes it, whatever. If you do the consensus, people like the first one better. Now, the first one was cool because the story was so rich. Like, you like a rich story. So at the end, you're like, yo! And then it's hard for the new one to lead off of that story because the big pull the curtain back is already pulled back. So you start off the next game like, well, we already know what's going on. And so it's just pretty much a regular game at that point. It's okay. I didn't beat it yet. Me and my wife got halfway through it and we were just bored. So we said, let's just get back into it later on. That was probably 7 months ago. So we'll eventually finish it. But yeah, I think me personally, I wouldn't tell somebody to buy a system that's $500 for one game. You'll have to wait till it's oh, you know, I like that. Oh, that's only there? Okay. Oh, that's only there? Okay. Oh, you got like 3 or 4 games I might like. Okay, down the road they get a pretty looking console, then I jump.
No, I think that's where I think I'm at. Like, right. So the Erica game, because I want to stream that because you know I like horror, and so this would be kind of a different horror, and that one looked kind of creepy. Rune, you're gonna have to tell me if that makes a good one to stream. Then they have it's not Dark Pictures Anthology, but it's that similar style that only PlayStation has. It came off on PS4. I think it's Until Dawn or something.
Until Dawn. Yeah.
Until Dawn.
Yeah, they have part 1 and part 2.
So I've heard a lot about because I know Rudix talks a lot about the Horizon franchise and so forth. But then there's the game that came out earlier this year that I actually thought looked pretty cool, but a lot of people didn't. And I think, and it's
talking about my game.
It's also a hack and slash. It also has a woman protagonist.
Talk about my game.
Forspoken. I thought Forspoken looked good.
And I beat Final Fantasy. Trust me, I know people. This is a hot take, but personally, Forspoken is still the best 2023 game I played. It's still the best.
I thought it came out this year.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, 2023 is this year. I'm already thinking.
So I'm
thinking about when that.
Listen, first of all, Purple, she's from New York, and
I heard that. I haven't seen too much of the story because I was like,
hey,
oh,
Purple, she'd be like, mother. I'd be like, yo, they really oh, thanks, Bobby. Egg roll, baby. They really
egg roll. You and Eminem.
This is his diet, y'all.
Egg roll, Eminem, and you.
I might not eat that. And I went to the mall today. And
it's almost 9:30 on a Thursday. This is what he's eating.
Hey, Purple. Thursday nights used to be college night. I used to go to the club on Thursday night. So right now, I was getting ready to go out.
Oh my God!
That used to be my life.
Cowboy, you called him out. We have someone on in backstage right now.
Okay.
Let's see. So we'll see. But if we have time, we'll bring you back on. Bring Holtz back. But here we are.
Look, Purple. I just want to say this. You means so much to me because you mean so much to the community, and you've been holding the community down since your day one. And I just thank you so much for that.
No, well, thank you for having the community. Oh my gosh, he left.
He does that.
Here he goes. All right, let me bring him up.
All right. Well, later.
Yeah, later.
Yo,
Ace, what is going on?
What is up with that?
Ace, how are you? What have you
Yo,
been,
Cowboy, get off the drugs, man. I'm gonna say it once, man. Get off the drugs, my dude. It's gonna do you a lot for your life, homie. And cut the candy out, man.
Oh,
you're like 80 and you still eating sugar and drinking. It's crazy, bro.
Egg roll and M&Ms. That was
crazy.
What Cowboy just ate.
My goodness, man. I'm concerned for the guy. Very concerned for him. But how are you doing?
Ace, I'm doing well. Neil, I see you. Thank you for waking up. Neil, we were talking about you earlier. We showed you your dolphin stuff. But Ace, I am doing amazing. You're on the show. It's been like what, a year since you came? It's been a second. You left us hanging, and then you kind of started doing some stuff with CGX. You know, now you kind of you're back on Shades of Purple. What is going on here?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's crazy. There's so much going on with content creation. I don't know where to start. But now we all over the place, man. But it's good. It's good.
I mean, Ace, obviously you're doing stuff with the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So do you have an ROG Ally?
Yes, I do.
What do you think of it?
I love it. I love it. I
Which,
still like the Steam Deck though.
which, well, you can like and love at the same time.
So here's the thing with the RG Ally. It's better than the Steam Deck, hands down. There's no other way to put it. You know, it's more expensive for a reason. You know, they added some features to it that definitely puts it, you know, ahead of the Steam Deck. But Steam Deck has a lot of things. I view the Steam Deck as like the Apple of the handheld
Okay.
market. You know what I'm saying? Like they were they changed the game, and I think because they did that, they have a lot of like following. They have a huge community, and The Verge just did an article on that alone. Like the community sets it apart, you know, like more than anything. So the RGLI can come here and make a lot of noise, but it all comes back to the Steam Deck. Like they're the I feel like the pioneer of the handheld PC market. And just because it doesn't have like the beefier spec doesn't mean like people are not gonna gravitate back to it. It's just the console that changed the game. So yeah, I still have mine. I still play it here and there, but the RG Ally is a better product, hands
Well,
down.
so I just wanted, so we've been talking about games, y'all, and the games we're excited about, right? Remnant 2,
Right.
Pikmin, Fallen or Atlas Fallen. But I also, another thing that I think makes this time period, what you just said there, Ace. Could you imagine like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, us talking about a handheld PC?
It's crazy, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. A
Crazy.
handheld PC.
Yeah. It's nuts. It's
This is
nuts. It's a game changer. And like, you know, with cloud gaming just not going the way a lot of us expected it to go, I feel like it's perfect timing for it, because you see content creators that did cover cloud gaming, that is the route that they chose to take, because it does offer what cloud gaming was, you know, claiming to offer. You know, the portability aspect of games, right? Being able to play, you know, AAA games on the go on any device. It's not on any device, but it's portable enough to where you can play it anywhere. So it's a no-brainer if you're a content creator of cloud gaming to just transition to that. Steam Deck is better. Now we have a
Oh, Doc
Doc
Dark.
Dark is
Doc Dark
talking.
has been saying, you want to know someone who says wild
Yo,
stuff. Doc Dark
yo,
says
yo,
I don't even know what to believe Doc Dark anymore. I actually believe he's just a
yo.
hologram. I don't
I
even know. He's not even a person. He changed, like,
yeah,
their programming is
Doc.
messed up on that. They need to put
Well,
that
no,
back.
I've watched some of his ally videos. I like what he did. You know, he gave it a fair trial. You know, owned it for 15 days and decided to keep it. I like the documentation of how each day, you know, he had a different experience. I thought that was pretty cool. But the ally has a lot of issues. You know, I have an ally dedicated channel as well, and we cover.
Of course you do,
I
Ace.
told you, I'm all over the
Of
place, man.
course you do.
But no, like it has its issues, and is, you know, the community's very loud about the issues it's having. And of course you have those Steam Deck fanboys who are, you know, happy to point out the RGLI issues. But yeah, no, it's when it comes to tech, which I'm all about, it is a far superior tech than the Steam Deck for sure. So yeah.
No, so I think no, he said the ROG Ally was better. See,
I
Doc
said
don't
the
even
RGA, yeah.
see,
I
Doc
said
don't I mean, you say
I said
one
that
thing. Like I
I
mentioned,
I said the ally was better. You can rewind it, bro. The ally is a far more superior tech than the Steam Deck. And if you can like if you can't be honest with that, then you have a fanboy issue, you know. And
no.
that's not me.
Oh,
Like
no one would
I'm not a
consider Doc
fanboy.
Dark a fanboy of anything.
Oh yeah, right.
No, but I want to Sour
Xbox.
Blow, what's going on?
Xbox.
Ghost in the Garage, what's going on? How are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. We're just talking to Ace, talking about handhelds, talking about amazing stuff in gaming, because that's what we do. We talk about
Yeah.
gaming. and awesome stuff. I think for like I don't think like I the only handheld I had, and Cammy I think is similar in this regard, is the Game Gear. There's something
Yeah,
I like
I had that too. Yeah,
like for me like moving around in handhelds like
yeah.
I don't know I get nauseous, but maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
Six. What was it? Six AA batteries that only last 30 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
I had six. I had a car adapter, the regular
Yeah,
adapter, the
it's
battery pack
crazy.
that looked like it
It's crazy.
looked really weird. What's up, Vet? Vet Cozy Gaming.
Name
Everybody.
change. Okay.
You
Name
haven't seen
change.
Vet? He's all
I
about the
haven't.
cozy gaming. Vet is like pretty big in the cozy gaming
I'll be
community.
real with you. I haven't like no offense to cloud gaming creators, but like I haven't even. It's
Ace is
so
my God. Ace says he created the
nah.
community. You see what he just did there, y'all? He
It's
created the cloud gaming community, and he just
I
said,
didn't.
"I've
It's just
transcended."
cloud gaming is slow as hell, man. Like I made a video today in GFN. It's just like it's getting to the point where like getting cloud gaming news is just it's like I don't want to cover it because it's just so slow. It is so slow. It's painfully slow. And it's not just me, I talk to the guys in Discord too. And it's like a chore. It feels like a chore that we have to cover it. It's just they can make it exciting, but nothing is really happening. So it's boring.
No, I think no, I agree. I that's why I talk about game like what do I say? I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, when you game, what you game on, how long you can game. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And so
That's
so if some people want to still do cloud, they still do cloud. Obviously I was doing I play Kina with GFN. I play on Xbox, I play on Nintendo. Eventually we'll probably play on PlayStation. I'm probably the only the PlayStation pony without a PlayStation. You know that? Do you know that, Ace? People. Doc called me a pony yesterday.
He calls everyone a pony.
Yeah, he calls everybody a pony. But as soon
Who
as
don't
place, you
agree
know what
with
Doc does? Because we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about him for here in a second. Doc, he just goes where's the noise? Like as soon as Xbox does something, no, we gotta do something. PlayStation, good, yeah. And then once Xbox and PlayStation aren't doing something good, hey, here's the ROG Ally, man. It's the thing to do on ROG Ally, And like Doc has his beard changes depending on the product he's talking about. Have y'all noticed that? Like depending on he looks scruffier when it's like depending on the fan base. But if it's a larger
Yeah,
fan
Doc,
base,
she
like
roasting.
if it's like a bigger fan base, like when he's talking about
Yeah.
PlayStation, he's super clean shaven. But if he's talking about Xbox, he has like
Damn.
a 5 o'clock shadow. That's
Damn, Doc,
that
she roasting you on this
that's
one,
Doc.
bro.
Like you can tell what he's talking about based on
Oh,
his
shoot.
his facial hair. But
That's funny. That's funny. What you been up to?
I've been gaming, Ace. Oh,
Oh,
whoa,
look
we got
at
look at
that.
this.
Look
Got it.
at
The
that.
CG,
Wow.
whoa, the CG represent. He's talking. Look at that, the CGX, and he's talking about the cloud. He just.
I see, like I still have all the merch. It's just like I don't know what to do with them, so I wear them. They're
I'll
comfortable.
buy some. I'll stop buy
They're
some of it
comfortable.
if you
Yeah.
put it there. But no, I think for me, I've been just trying to game, Ace.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of like my analysis of the Activision Blizzard deal just from a business side,
Yeah. I
and
saw that.
so but now it's just like gaming and trying to get talking about that, like getting excited about that because I think like that's why I came back to gaming. Like it brought me that excitement, and
Yeah.
so that's what I've been up to.
Okay. So that's good to hear. I see you streaming a lot. Seems like it's still something that you're excited to do, and yeah, you
Yeah.
seem to have a following with streaming. So it's
No,
all good.
it's all the community. I like the horror games.
Yeah.
I think it's something because it's a game probably I wouldn't play by myself, but because the community's there, it kind of reminds me of when I would play with my brother. So,
Okay.
so I like that, and I like talking through it because I like horror can get kind of weird. I wouldn't say they're all horror, but so yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, That's what's up. Sorry, comment just made me.
What? Which one?
Doc looks like a homeless weightlifter.
Oh dang! Gus in the garage. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh
Doc, what's up
man.
with the beard, man? How those people are feeling the beard, man?
Oh my gosh, man. Roasted Ghost. That was good. That was good, Ghost.
Snap.
Oh
But
man,
no, good
homeless
to hear that you're doing well.
Trying
That's
to.
what's up. That's what's up.
Just
Okay.
trying to. I think it's a unique community. Adults who game. I think
Yeah.
that's a unique.
Yeah.
And so that's why it kind of gets me when we start getting into these, like, it seems almost like politics, like the
Yeah.
toxicity, as Bliss was saying earlier.
Right.
About like why, like, how did we both? You happy? I'm happy. Like, why are
Right.
we? Like, why are we
Yeah.
upset?
Yeah. The fanboyism, picking sides, bashing the other sides. Yeah. Makes no sense to me.
So,
But let me ask you this: with cloud gaming though, like what's next? Like, what are you excited about? What you know?
well, I think to get cloud gaming right, I think there's no coincidence why cloud gaming launched when it launched, right?
Yeah.
You want, if you're gonna
Yeah.
introduce something, you need to do it when it's a new generation of console. It's a new something. So
Right.
people who might be open to switching.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to probably be quiet for a second,
Mhm.
and then and that maybe helps the infrastructure build up.
Yeah.
And then whenever those second that whatever 10th gen launches. But surprising, I think the one you may see utilizing cloud in the foreseeable future is Nintendo.
Mm.
I think that because I
Yeah.
feel like Nintendo, if their handheld really is like close to a PS4, PS5, and cloud is where I think, and they've built it
Yeah.
to maybe run with cloud. I think that would be a cool way for them to get some titles that they otherwise wouldn't have.
That's true. I would be surprised if they don't take that approach because, again, it's future proofing your next hardware cloud. If you want to compete graphically with the big boys, which I don't know if Nintendo wants to, but that would be, I would say, a way to do it. It's kind of like future proofing your console.
Yeah. And
So
I could see that happening. I just I think I posted something. I think I made a video about Nintendo and Google teaming up on their cloud infrastructure.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think that's where we would probably see cloud first.
Right.
And and then maybe you would see it, someone try to do what Stadia did / what OnLive did / whoever the future is.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But just thought I'll stop by, say what up.
Thank you, Ace, for coming by.
Yeah. I just want to kick Cowboy off too. So
His,
so there you go.
his egg rolls and Yoo-hoo and
There you go.
M&Ms and like, I was like, what?
The junk food he eats, man.
But
Holy
he can
smokes.
burn it, yes. But Ace,
Damn.
anytime, we just try to do this once or twice a month. But anytime,
For
you're always
sure.
welcome.
For
But
sure.
all right.
All right.
We'll
Thanks.
talk.
It's
All right.
good talking to y'all.
Yep. Later, Ace.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Yep. And here, and y'all, if you want to come on, you're free to come on. Everybody, whatever we're talking about, we got Holtz back. Holtz, your camera's frozen. Holtz, what happened?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
didn't
there
you?
he is. There he is.
So, fair time's a charm. But so why people are mentioning about the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, I thought, well, I've got actually some cool tech that I wanted to show, which is great for the accessories of the handhelds. And you might be thinking, Holt, why the hell are you wearing sunglasses at literally 2:30 in the morning? And I'm like, they're actually augmented sunglasses.
Yes. Let me see. So, wait, augmented, like AR?
So these are XR glasses. These are the X-Real Airs. So what happens is if I plug in a Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, a Zeus, or I put my phone in I got Samsung Deck, a big huge screen will appear in front of me, and I'll be able to
What?
actually play a 200-inch display. Now, these glasses have been out for a year, and there's competition. There's the Rocket,
Talking about this.
that right. So these little sunglasses here, a year old. But then what happened was X-Real, which was N-Real, has just came out and brought another device. So here they are now. So here's the standalone. So these are compatible with the RO, the Ally and the Steam Deck, and PlayStation 5 and stuff like that. So you can get a cinema experience on your handheld. But this device has just came out this week by X-Real, which is and let's put down for a break something. This device has just came out with it, which makes the screen 300 inches.
What's the difference between 200 and 300?
As they say, if they want it bigger, they can get it bigger. So you know what I mean. So 300 inches, and what this device does is connect to any device. So this allows you now to get.
Some can get it bigger, but
So this now actually connects your Nintendo Switch and other USB-C devices. And you can
so wait, so you put these glasses on, you connect it to something else, and you can then get a screen.
OLED 300-inch screen, up to 300 inches.
And it works.
Now, the problem is when I actually had the glasses, I was not happy with it.
Have y'all heard of this? I see Simpleton knows about this, but
I was not happy with it because I thought just because the screen was big, it was still distance away. So I really wasn't happy with it. So even though I put my prescription lenses in them glasses to actually see if it will make a difference. It made a slight difference, but the screen was too far away. So now this device lets you actual zoom in and out. So you make the screen bigger from like 120 inches to 300 and something inches. And now you can actually distance where you're sitting by meters. So it can go up to 10 meters seating distance, or you can bring it right close to a meter if you want to. I mean, you would want to sit next to a meter big screen, but just in case you've got the option.
I may want to try this because this would actually get Severin. This would actually get around my issue with playing PC games.
So you can use an app called Nebula, which is on Windows and it's on Android, which you can sort of wireless stream if you want to, or you can just connect it by sort of USB-C, HDMI to USB-C.
I think I may try this out.
And if you're a glasses user like me, you just actually connect your prescription
right there.
Yeah, and the sound, the audio is quite good on it. I'd say it's discreet, it keeps privacy. But if you wanted to sit there in the back garden,
I'm excited. I'm almost excited as I am for the games.
And what you can do is, if you want the pass through, you want the augmented pass through, so you can see, you just clip on some blockers, and then you've got like in your house, you've got a 300-inch telly.
I never knew about this. And welcome, Mr. Urban World. I see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. We're talking about.
Urban knows about it. So in the end,
he's never talked about this to me. Urban's never said. Urban, what?
I mean, see, this is where the fanboys, people pick up the fanboys, and because I'm a multi-gamer, virtuality, XR, AR consoles, I just thought, because it got mentioned, I thought, this is the perfect time to speak about something that just came out, the X-Real Beam.
I'm excited. No, I'm actually really excited about that. Like, I did not even know this existed, that I could put glasses on.
I feel like I'm walking around, and Urban knows this joke. I feel like I'm walking around like the Terminator. You know what I mean? Give me your boots. Motorcycle,
Oh my! I like this. I actually like this, and a lot of times I actually have to wear it.
With these, there's not as bulky as you think. I think they actually look suave for sunglasses. You know what I mean? I don't think they look like XR AR glasses.
Ace, why don't you use it? So why wouldn't people? To me, this is pretty. So I actually, y'all think I'm crazy. I actually wear sunglasses inside a lot because I get migraines. And sometimes it's triggered by.
These are shade 3. I mean, these are grade 3 sunglasses. So I'm supposed to, with my eyesight, only have grade 1 for walking around. But I feel like inside having a grade 3, I think they don't black out too much. I think I can walk around this house with my prescription easy and still see the screen. So it's not obstructing just for people that actually think they can only wear certain grade sunglasses.
But I don't understand why this wouldn't be so amazing. So Ace is saying the novelty wears off quickly. I don't understand. If you're telling me that it's possible to have a 300-inch
OLED screen.
OLED screen in front of me while I'm playing it, I can connect it to any of the devices that use an HDMI to
USB-C.
USB-C.
Or you can mirror, or you can mirror cast it too.
Or so I could do that, and I connect it, and I can have the glasses. Then this gets around my PC problem because as y'all know, the only reason I actually pay for Game Pass Core, and because all I want is multiplayer on Xbox. That's all I want. But if I can get away with doing PC gaming somewhere else.
There you go. I mean, it's just an option. I mean, I mean, you sit there and say the novelty, for example, could wear thin. But for example, Apple's bringing their Apple Vision Pro out in January. So this is actually just trying to say about spatial environments to play. So if I wanted to, if I hooked it to PC, I can actually set up a tri-monitor, 3 monitors in front of me. So there's options that could benefit all types of different users. It doesn't have to be gaming or streaming media. So I feel like it's just nice
I'm
for
excited.
if a person that wants a little bit of privacy, or they want, in the house to, like you just said, then reduce glare or have a bigger screen, and they can't afford a big, huge OLED TV or an OLED device. This might be a nice little option to actually have, especially connecting it. If I wanted to put Samsung Deck plug into my phone, I could definitely play the cloud games on my phone, and it connects it straight to the device.
I'm looking forward to it. Holtz, you sold me. You sold Obi.
That's Obi. Sorry about the PlayStation 5.
I mean, no, it has to be. I will get a PlayStation 5.
Do I win a bet? Do I anyone to? Oh damn! I should have made a bet purchase first.
So what is up, Legend 350? I seen Spider-Man 2. We may do a trailer here. Did they just launch a new trailer? I'm telling y'all, there's so many games. Like right now, Legend, we've been talking about games, like 4 or 5 titles I'm excited about now. Gave up on AR and VR for the time being, waiting for that Apple Vision Pro. Apple might do this due to this space, what they did for phones with the iPhone. We'll see. I mean, is he going to be able to connect to the consoles? I don't know.
I mean,
We'll
they said
see.
there was a lot of mixed messaging saying does it even connect to a controller, so I don't even know.
I don't know.
But I got this great little stands. I bought this little great stand, like $10, and I put the glasses just there, and you just sit there, and it's like.
I'm worried because like when I was a young adult back in the day.
Back in the day.
A young lass, I think that's what y'all call them. I remember when Apple was a thing and they put out a product and it flopped. And then they put out another one that flopped. And so I remember when Apple actually flopped, and I'm kind of like traumatized with that with Apple. Like, they may.
The problem I've got with Apple is they're not innovative enough, should I say? They do it better after a few years later or a year later, and they bring their premium experience to devices that's already being made. So it's a safe bet, but with a premium experience. That's what I see. And I do love Apple certain Apple products, but
we're gonna see. We don't really talk about Apple too much, and I think that's crazy. But they are making moves in gaming, and that's actually a company I would have been really interested to see purchase a gaming company. Even though, like Microsoft, I feel like we talk about them a lot, but I would be interested because I think I would be interested.
Well, Apple's upset me with the Vision Pro because it's only got like a 5-minute guest mode, and I'm like, well, how can say I did get one? How can I showcase stuff to my family and friends? This amazing technology if I can only show them 5 minutes of media on this device. I understand it's going to be a personal device for the user, but you still want to actually show off stuff, don't you, to your friends and family to actually build up the user base.
We'll see. Apple's really good. They are a $3 trillion company. I no longer. I used to short Apple back in like 2009, and I learned my lesson by 2012. So I don't do that anymore, and I just let Apple.
You and them window phones.
I had a
we all
Windows
know them
phone.
stories. Who needs Apple? I'm a Window fangirl.
I never had an iPhone. So I was one of the first I had a U2 iPod. Like I was one of the first people who had an iPod.
U2, so it's not a U-Who, it's a U2.
It was a U2. And I was one of the first who had that type of iPod.
Did it have the Joshua tree on it?
It did.
It was a U2, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. It was a U2. It was U2.
Yeah, U2, the band. I love U2.
Yeah. And it was like it was red and black. And so I like that was way a long time ago. And then that was like one of the first to get a Mac. And then the iPhone, like I was deployed when the iPhone got launched. And I was like gone for like 18 months or something. And then when I came back, like everybody had iPhones. And I was like, oh, this isn't too many people have this. So then I try to go to Android. And then when Windows came out, I really liked their tiles. And so I got the Windows.
I love the MP3 players. And then I actually went out and bought the first iPod. And then we're loading up One Republic on there when I first bought it. And I was in awe with it for like 2 years. And then mobile phones started adding SD cards and media players and stuff like that. So then I didn't need iPod anymore. So I think it was shortly lived. I know a lot of people liked it, but to me, with moving along with tech, I think it was outdated fast.
No, well, like that was my. I need to go get my.
And then Steve Jobs was like, "Okay, we're not going to bring an iPad device. You're going to use your finger. You're not going to use a stylus. We're never going to have a stylus." And I was a Samsung user at the time, actually doing digital art, and I was like, "What's wrong with having a stylus? It's amazing." And a few years later, the iPencil came to the devices, and so I've got a little bit of hiccup with Apple myself. But great company, and great devices that I've got. But
no opinion on Apple. I don't really. I think they're all too big personally, but that's just me.
There you go. So you got a lot of tech reviews today. You got the you got spoiled for choice now, putting them purple dollars now.
PlayStation. We had several games. We had the AR glasses.
PlayStation 5 Edge controller.
But there's just so many cool things. And if y'all do not believe me, look who it is. He has to make a guest appearance.
Remy's like, spend money on Remy.
That's what he's saying. Look at that. He knows he's on camera. Look at him. He's getting better. He's eventually going to have his own stream.
He's like, how does Holt know what I'm on about? Treats.
He's definitely there. That's Remy. That's my Remy. I do want the Edge controller. No, I'm joking. I don't want it for that. I'm sure they have better things. For Purple's purposes.
Purple's peps.
Oh my gosh. Holtz. We did it. Did another Shades of Purple.
Time flies. Always
Time
does.
flies.
Time flies. Where does the time go?
Time flies. But we're gonna probably shut it down here in the next 5 or so minutes. So if you want to come on and you haven't gotten on, please come on. But Holtz, if no one comes on, it's your show.
Well, I love the idea of Atlas Fallen, but for action RPG, I actually picked up Lords of the Fallen. I think that's going to be my next action RPG.
Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen.
2023. There's an old one, like 2013, but there is a new one coming out.
What type of game is this? Lords of the Fallen is an action role playing. So
another action RPG.
Action RPG. I've never even heard of this. Deck 13. So we heard about them. B&E Entertainment. We've heard about them.
So as you mentioned about it could be the year of action RPGs, or action hack and slashes, stuff like that.
No, I'm super excited. Like I'm I have so many games right now to play. And I'm just super excited.
I finished Final Fantasy 16 and went, if I put so much time into this, I should have no excuse to start putting off some of my backlog. So I've actually been putting a few hours here and there. But I'm not a happy bunny. I am not a happy bunny in the cloud space.
Why not?
I picked up a display that had marketing gimmicks, like, you know what I mean, come and play the Samsung Gaming Hub. You know what I mean? It's got all these lovely gaming.
Samsung Gaming Hub does cloud gaming no favors.
So what happened was I was like, oh yeah. You know, I know I've got a 4090 Ti. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put GeForce Now. I'm going to put xCloud on, and it just looked horrible because the partners, xCloud and GeForce Now, doesn't support HDR on certain games. So you can get all this fancy displays with all this marketing gimmick, and when I loaded it, I just went, that it looks horrible. And I've never said that about cloud. I mean, I've loved Google Stadia with
No.
HDR options, and I've loved GFN when I've played it on the devices that it's been available on. But at the moment, the resolution and the quality is not there on
No,
the
Samsung.
Samsung Gaming Hub.
Samsung Gaming Hub is actually horrible, even if you do so like I told you, I bought the Samsung something C something or rather, and for this to test it out, because I was like, oh, this is really cool, and GFN actually works well on it for me. And that's actually how Rouser and I
is the HDR enabled? Because I'm a type of gamer that I love HDR. That's my.
I don't even know. I don't even know when PTR, HDR, DRH. They're all the same to me. I don't know.
So, you know, I've seen all this great colors, great pop, and great graphic fidelity, and then just seeing the Samsung Hub not offer. And I'm like, Samsung, you're supposed to be in partnership with GFN and xCloud. You've done loads of marketing the last 2 years with them. Why aren't you pushing the best quality available for the devices? They're not cheap, these tellies. You need to start telling them.
No, I mean, I have a Samsung, my gaming monitor is a Samsung, you know, 4K, like it's not 140, it's like 160. Some weird thing that I don't quite know what the number means.
165 hertz. Or
Yeah.
145 hertz.
And I put it right by the TV that's supposedly like a really amazing TV. And yeah, I don't know. The TV does well if it's not gaming, but I don't know.
You see, what really annoys me about PC gamers, and I'd say PC gamers, is I'm more of a TV consumer. I mean, I love consoles, and TVs have got so close to monitors with their low latency times. And it's kept all the bells and whistles. So we're talking about the smart features, and it's always had the best HDR standards, and it's always had the better resolution. And then when I go to monitors and I see them have a certain peak brightness and then a certain contrast ratio and then a HDR standard and a HDR substandard, and then when I compare it to my telly, I'm like, oh my god, it still looks horrible. But on the PC, oh, well, we finally got this, but I feel it's not in comparison. I know the PC gamers with the monitors can say, well, we've got lower latency times, but I'm like, but picture quality wise and smart features, tellies are the way to go forward.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm like I said, Holtz. I'm right there with you. That's actually when I decided that xCloud was not that great. It was with.
No, I've played xCloud, and I
You
really
like it does well for you. xCloud was doing well for me, and then I tried it, and I
on this gaming hub runs flawless again. No, there's no problem.
Doesn't run well for me.
And this is on wide connection. I was playing xCloud by running Spotify with a Bluetooth controller and headset. So it was all, and xCloud was still running great. It was just the colors looked saturated because it never had HDR, and because I've been so used to HDR since like the PlayStation 4 days and stuff like that, I just feel like, come on, Stadia had it. Why aren't these services have got HDR options?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, you know what they say: if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. Well, Holtz, it's been amazing. We're about at that time. But Holtz, what's going on with you? What are you doing? What are you playing?
I mean, I am playing. I've been because I'm in the RPG mode. I've been playing Octopath Traveler 2, which is by Square Enix. I think it's going to be a Game of the Year nomination for me. I think at the moment, I think it's the storytelling, them using the voice acting. It's definitely better than Final Fantasy 16 and Forspoken. I'm not saying that they are terrible games. I'm just saying you better pick one, slightly edging, better than the rest. And then, like I said, because I'm in the RPG mood, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch because I still haven't finished it, because I am looking forward to Persona 3 Reloaded and Persona Tactics. So Shin Megami Tensei is the original, and then Persona's a spin-off series by Atlas. So I'm putting myself in that. Well, I might as well keep on supporting the developers that bring me great games until the fall when I'm going to be playing the games that we mentioned today.
We're gonna be. I like that. Well, you know what I'm playing. You know what I'm playing tomorrow. You know what I'm
Pikmin.
playing next. Yeah, no pick.
I've actually got a game. I've actually got a Game Pass, a game voucher that I still haven't used. That's just sitting there, so I can just literally click Pikmin. So if it's co-op, just
Is it co-op? I don't know if it's co-op.
if it's not online or hasn't got it, then yeah.
I know I'll have to do
Because
it
you
again.
could carry me with the puzzles. You'd be like, "Let's do that," and I'm like, "Okay." We'll
Pikmin's
just-
it's a weird puzzle game, but I like it. It's a different puzzle type of game, but that's coming out tomorrow. And I see that comment, Jenna.
So the whole point is, I've just been down into seeing all the tech reviews, all the future things coming out, and all the rumors, and then I'm going to sit down and just play some games.
Just play some games, y'all. It's an amazing time to play games. That's the one thing. If you take anything, Armored Core comes out on my birthday. I'm hyped. Listen, you love From Software games. I'm super hyped for you as well as Rudix. Both y'all said that game's coming out. From Software, amazing. I totally forgot about that. If it's cool, I may play it, but I need to play Witcher. There's so many games I have to play. There's so many games.
Which is amazing.
But with that, we're going to shut it down here, Alt. If we can stay on, we'll do it together. But it's about that time, y'all, where I say, I don't care. I said it already today, but I'll do it again. I don't care where you game, why you game, what you game on, how long you've been gaming, when you game. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, the proof is in the playing. And pretty soon, Jenna, you already know it's gonna be. Don't do this, FCAT. FCAT. Hold. We're gonna let FCAT come in really quick.
Okay, before I go, I want to say yoo-hoo.
Oh my gosh! But yes, night, peace. We're gonna play FCAT. Y'all can leave. Let me get FCAT. Really? Oh, FCAT. FCAT, what are you doing? Okay, FCAT, if I can't hear you, I'm gonna close this out. Peace, Cammy. Please, please, everybody. FCAT, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But the proof is in the play. I'll be playing Remnant 2, Jenna. You know it's gonna be awesome. It comes out next week. It's getting awesome grades. But with that, thank you all again. And peace. Take care, everyone. Later. Wait, where's my little stuff design? Okay, you waited too long.